Today, I want to talk about what you should be thinking about when requesting short message data from another party. So let's talk about that today. Now, people request short message data from others all the time, and sometimes they're not really sure what they need or what they need to ask for. So that's what we want to talk about today. The other thing is this applies to requesting data from your forensic company just the same as requesting data from the other party. Now, there are slightly different things you're going to be doing with the data after you receive it, but idea is the same. You should be thinking about those things in all scenarios. So let's start. So first thing you want to think about it is how you want to receive your data. Do you want to receive it as individual short messages, or do you want it to be combined into some kind of conversations, into some kind of groups? The difference between them is when you receive individual messages, there are actually more things you can do with it. So think of receiving like giant Excel where all the messages are listed. It says from this person to these people, here is the message, here is the date, maybe channel name, things like that. And it goes all the way down. It's a giant DAT file, a giant Excel. And that has more metadata because you have message level metadata that you can filter on and you can look at. The other side of this is when you have messages grouped into individual documents. So example of that would be an RSMF file format. But you could also use a PDF format or even something like EML, where you take a bunch of messages that belong to a particular channel and you take, let's say, 24 hours worth of messages and put them into one PDF. And the next 24 hours goes into the next PDF, next, and so on. So what we're doing is we're taking individual messages and creating new documents out of them. And that would make review much easier, but now you are limited to the top level metadata. You can only search by the overall metadata that describes the whole conversation and not necessarily individual files. Next, don't get stupid with metadata fields you're requesting. Don't look at SEC specifications. Those fields are outdated. Those fields are from when you used to request data from like a cell phone carrier, when you would subpoena AT&T or something like that. Now we don't have IMEI IDs and any of those things. What we're dealing now with is like messaging platform, the person's name, the channel name, the date and message body. Those are the fields we're interested. We don't have access to any of these phone companies' proprietary fields, and they will never be produced. So don't try asking them. If you need to know what metadata fields you may want to ask, go to EDRM, and there is a short message project. And there is a project that I was part of where we documented a lot of metadata fields that may be present in different chat applications. So if, going back to the previous point, you're asking for individual messages, you can ask for some of these fields to be included. This way you have more information to work with your messages. You don't want to be too strict about it because not everyone can get the same metadata, and not the same metadata is present for all application types. So what you can get from WhatsApp is different from Telegram and so on. So don't get stupid and don't get too rigid on your metadata fields you're requesting. It's not like with emails where everyone has the same thing. This is very different. And finally, whatever format you choose to request your short messages in, make sure you are ready to deal with that. Talk to your tech people. Don't make decisions without your tech people. Make sure they can load this data. If you're asking for RSMF just because you heard RSMF, make sure you have relativity. Make sure you have relativity processing that you can use to process the data. If you're using other software, make sure it can handle RSMF. If you're loading individual messages, make sure that you know what you're going to be doing with them afterwards. How are you going to review them? Will you group them into conversations yourself? Do you have tools to do that? How are you going to be producing these messages afterwards? Will you group them and image them and Bates number, or is there some other workflow? So plan out your entire workflow before making any decisions or creating any kinds of requests. Very important. I know I'm a tech person, so I'll say it, talk to your tech people and make sure they can handle whatever you're going to request someone else to send to you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get the data, and tech people are going to say, oh, well, we don't have tools to do this. Oh, we can't do that. Oh, I never heard of this. We don't have a process for this. So figure that out first, then create your written request to your vendor, your forensic company, the other side, whoever, so that you are prepared to deal with the data when you actually receive it. So those would be my consideration when requesting short message data. Is there anything that I'm missing? Put it in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and I will see you on another video.